Hello guys,
Mode.
what's up? Let me
Notification
turn
volume
the
0%.
accessibility thing down.
Stop recording button.
There we go. Okay, yeah, like that's not a normal thing on my videos so far, huh? All right, hold on. Till it gets me a GoPro or something, huh? Gets me a GoPro. All right. Today's review, ladies and gentlemen, is on something that I've seen a video on before, and of course, I'm a huge fan of PS Audio products. And I wanted to clarify something from my point of view just for a second because, I just bought a PS Audio noise harvester, and I've seen another video where the guy was just mad dogging the product. And I can say honestly that if you have had contact with your system enough and you've sat in front of it for a while and you're well aware of what it's capable of and what it's doing and what it isn't doing, then you should probably know if a product like that is working or it is not. And that really is the depth of the difference for me. I have sat in front of these speakers for a while now. I've had my system for a while now. And I can tell you that, honestly, from my perspective, and perhaps maybe some of you may go, well, yeah, maybe you're just giving it a glowing review, something like that. But really, I'm not. I'm a pretty unbiased individual. I like PS Audio products, but I'll tell you guys right now, I wouldn't play that game if I felt at all that something was wrong with it or it didn't work. Okay? I need to clarify that so that you understand, because I'm not the type of person to just, oh, well, it's the bomb because I said it is, right? I'm not. Now, I don't have any way of electrically proving its value and its worth to you. I can't tell you that, okay? So I can't go into it and in terms of, I'd like to actually just plug it in and unplug it and see what happens to the THD meter on the front of the actual PS Audio itself, the power, the perfect wave. But I do not have anyone here to assist me with that. So all I have really is my ears and my impression of the product. Does it work? Well, to me, yes. I have noticed actually a noticeable opening in the background as far as more noise was eliminated than I was noticing before by, to me, a noticeable amount. Every little increment that this thing improves, I just keep thinking it can't get any better. And every time I think that, it does. Every single time I think this could not get any better, it does. So I have to say that, again, it was a marked, noticeable difference in background noise elimination. So even things from YouTube here, and I have YouTube pulled up, I just, it's just on the home page or whatever, but I was really shocked at how good YouTube videos started sounding, because you guys should know that YouTube videos are notorious for sounding like crap. They're not the best recorded, and you have so many variables in the way of that, and there's so many reasons why that is the case. Okay, I'm going to turn my lights back off. But anyway, there's a lot of reasons why that is the case. So, for one, and let's go through the variables. For instance, let's talk about my personal situation. Now, I have a phone. I haven't gotten a more high quality camera yet. I know I'm still pretty amateur, but a phone isn't going to record in the highest quality. Okay, 100%, right? It's certainly not going to store that information in the highest quality. And when it moves that information to the internet, depending on the quality of your internet, which I do have pretty damn good internet. I have gigabit speed from Comcast and it works really well. You're relying on the strength and the speed of that connection. Furthermore, you're relying on how YouTube's servers store that information and then recall it so that you can then see it on your system, which is a completely different side of that entire variable. You may have crappy internet, you may have a crappy system, you may have absolutely no way of viewing that in the quality in which I recorded it, right? So that's part of the big, huge problem with YouTube videos. Okay, so not all of them look really, really, really good at all, unless the person filming them has a really nice higher end setup. So, in my experience, in my having watched many, many, many videos, and I've subscribed to a lot of people, and so, I check a lot of videos out and do a lot of different things on YouTube, and having been on this platform for quite some time, okay, having seen and realized a lot in terms of what's out there on the YouTube channel, and listened to music from YouTube and watched videos and from some of my favorite people I subscribe to. I can certainly attest to the quality of YouTube having improved dramatically. So you may not understand that, you may not get completely why I'm an expert there, whatever. I'm just kind of trying to throw out my credentials to help you to understand. I'm not just blowing smoke out of my ass here, okay? I can tell a noticeable difference. Now, what is this device, you may ask, okay? The PS Audio Noise Harvester takes noise and it pulls it into a magnetic trap and uses that trap to charge a capacitor. That capacitor then discharges into a light bulb, into an LED light bulb. Okay, this can happen several times, so it can move pretty quick. Are you going to capture all the noise? No, not necessarily. This only has a limit to the noise it can handle, right? That it can transform into light. That's an interesting way of dealing with noise because, of course, you have to understand that something like the PS Audio power plant up there, okay, is a wave averaging device, if I can put it that way. Okay, what it is doing is taking the waves, okay, which, okay, and again, I've tried to explain this, but I'll get into it again, okay? There's a difference between total harmonic distortion and noise. Noise is what is caused when all of those different waves keep bouncing off of each other and crashing into each other, and they're not harmonious. The more total harmonic distortion, the more noise. They are a separate issue. The one is caused by the other, okay? Total harmonic distortion leads to noise, okay? So what is total harmonic distortion? Okay, well, you can imagine ripples in water. If you just made one drop, it went and waves came out, they would just, go along like this. It's kind of like electricity. However, tons and tons and tons of transformers along everything you're using are all using the same water, okay? And when pebbles are dropped in different places in that pond, the waves come together and they clash against each other. It's exactly what's happening inside of your electrical signal, okay? Just to put it in an analogy that you can absorb for those of you who don't understand what it is, okay? You may not even be aware of the difference between the two, okay? So that's the difference. Now, noise can happen at all frequencies. The PS Audio power plant is very good at eliminating low frequency noise and mid frequency noise. It's not, however, all that killer at getting rid of the high frequency noise, which is exactly what a noise harvester is, right? So it's grabbing all of that high pitched, high frequency noise and taking it off the line as much as possible and turning it into light, which gets rid of it.
Frankfurter grinning face with smiling eyes,
It doesn't
medium skin tone.
average it out, right? It
Notification
just
shade.
it gets rid of it. It dismisses it, and that's the best way to get rid of it, right? To convert it to something else. It's a very ingenious idea. Whereas the PS Audio Power Plant takes the waves, and by conversion and then inversion, okay, conversion is what all power conditioners do. I've explained that before. That brings the waves into a little bit of harmony, but then reinverting the power brings the waves back into even further harmony. It's averaging the waves out. Okay, so I don't know how else to explain that, but it should be fairly clear to you. If just for those of you who are not savvy, you may not be savvy. Again, I make my videos for everybody. Okay, so that is precisely what that is doing. Now, with a little bit of that noise removed, the process of averaging those waves out is a lot easier and much smoother. Therefore, what's coming out of the PS Audio after that thing is plugged in is much smoother. I have to say it really has, from what I have observed, opened up the acoustics dramatically. From, again, I was pretty shocked. I wasn't expecting that big of a difference in, it was as big and noticeable a difference as plugging in the PS Audio Power Plant itself. That to me is a major improvement, right? So it really took a lot of that noise out and allowed the PS Audio to then do what it does and really make that the acoustics and the background noise just go away, and the curtain opens up just a little further, and you really get to sit closer to the band that you love, or to the performance that you enjoy, or to your movies or whatever, right? To be there in the environment when things are going on. So that's my opinion on it. Again, do I have an electrical meter here to show you the electrical differences? No, but I can tell you with these ears, I'm noticing a difference. Now, would 90% of you notice that difference? Probably not. Probably most of you would go, well, I'm not hearing anything, and it wouldn't matter to you. To me, knowing what I'm listening for and understanding my system as I do, I myself am noticing a difference. And I'll tell you right now, I'm on low income pretty much. Okay. And I'll tell you right now, if I had any doubts about this thing's performance at all, okay, I'm just telling you this right now. If I had any doubts about this thing's performance, I'd put it in the box and I'd send it back to Amazon where I got it. Okay. I'll just tell you that. I just want to throw it out there because obviously anything you plug in there to sniff noise, which is exactly what it is, it's a noise sniffer, except it's not just sniffing noise, it's converting noise. Okay, so it is converting that noise to light, right? Now, if you could get a noise sniffer to shut up, a noise sniffer is the same thing. It's actually converting electrical noise into audible noise, right? Into sound waves, right? Not that that's good. You don't want to hear it, but if you could shut it up, it would do the same thing. It would act the same exact way, right? Because it is actively converting the signal into something else, right? So, well, I'm just saying, it's a genius way to do it, right? It's a noise sniffer that instead of showing you noise in an audible form, it's doing it in a visual form. So for me, the little blinking light doesn't bother me at all. I don't even see it. So it doesn't bother me. I hardly even see the big bright lights on the back of these, on the back of these Golden Ear towers. Those are pretty big, powerful LEDs in the back of there, and they're bright, So for anybody else, you'd certainly see them. I mean, they're not like big, massive. I'm just saying they're pretty noticeable. So you would see them back there. But for me, I don't care. Doesn't even bother me. But the acoustical differences are noticeable. They are there. And I'm giving this product a thumbs up. I believe it's doing a really great job. I really do. I can hear it. I can feel the differences. You just get a more open, clean sound. I've been listening, watching anyway, and listening at the same time. A lot of Tales from the Crypt episodes that I found on YouTube. And the quality of the audio signal coming from those videos is astounding after I plug that thing in. Okay, even the PS Audio does a pretty good job, but it just wasn't like opening the sound field as wide as that did. And I should say, the PS Audio is doing most of the work. I'm going to give it 80% of the work. Okay, but since I plugged that in, that's going that extra 20% of the way to give you a really great sounding experience. I thought, well, wow, it was worth it to me. So for those of you who are looking at the product, if, does it work? Yes. Can I prove it works electrically? Not right now. And I'm not even sure that it matters. Obviously, the light wouldn't be blinking if it's not getting rid of noise, right? So you need to understand that. A noise sniffer wouldn't be working if it wasn't actually converting that noise into sound, correct? So it's actually doing the same thing. So this product works. It is converting that noise to light so that you can see it, a visual indicator that it's actually doing something. So how much it's doing something, I'm not really sure electrically, but I can say that acoustically, audibly, it is making a difference. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will endeavor to put another one on as soon as I can. And as always, I just thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I really enjoy your guys' patronage, and I just love it. So thank you so much, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Bye-bye.